This is Optimal Startup Daily, episode 332, How to Get Health Insurance When You Work for Yourself, Part 1, by Warley of lifeskillsthatmatter.com. And I'm Dan, your narrator here. Happy Saturday. Hope your weekend's off to a great start. This is the podcast where I read to you from some of the best blogs on entrepreneurship anywhere. But first, is your Wi-Fi slowing down at the office or when you're working from home? Then it's time for you to upgrade your Wi-Fi. Netgear's business Wi-Fi 6 products, like their Orbi Pro Mesh systems and Wi-Fi 6 access points, represent the latest in Wi-Fi technology. They're packed with features like the ability to easily create a separate network dedicated to your home office or a guest network for your business's waiting room or lobby. Plus, seamless mobile management helps you keep your guests and employees connected and your data protected, providing visibility anywhere, anytime. Visit netgear.com/business and use code OPTIMAL10 at checkout to save 10%. And now I've got a bit of a longer post for you today, longer than we usually do, so I'm going to read the first half right now and then finish the rest for you tomorrow. So let's get right to it, to part 1 of this post as we start optimizing your life. How to Get Health Insurance When You Work for Yourself, Part 1, by Warley of lifeskillsthatmatter.com. Do you want to work for yourself, but you're concerned about how to get health insurance? You're not alone. It's one of the most common obstacles holding people back from working for themselves. Many people hang on to jobs that make them miserable just for the healthcare benefits. Do you know that only half the U.S. population currently gets health insurance through an employer? Did you also know that self-employed workers now represent 1/3 of the U.S. workforce? Like you, I was also concerned about my health insurance options when I was first laid off in 2000. Here are the highlights of my own personal healthcare insurance journey as a solopreneur. When I was first laid off in 2000, I continued my employer's healthcare insurance coverage using Cobra for about a year, which was super expensive. Between 2000 and 2007, I didn't have healthcare insurance at times, but for a few years during that period, I purchased a catastrophic healthcare insurance plan that was super cheap but didn't cover much. From 2007 to 2014, I was lucky to be a resident of Massachusetts and benefited from the statewide universal healthcare program implemented there. For the first time, I felt like I had affordable healthcare insurance that covered all of my healthcare needs. Since 2014, I've purchased my health insurance through Obamacare. You have no idea how much harder and more expensive getting healthcare insurance was before Obamacare as a self-employed worker. I believe more people would be open to taking the leap into self-employment if they had a better understanding of their health insurance options. Here's my attempt to get you informed so you have the confidence to finally go out on your own. Most common health insurance options for solopreneurs. Cobra. If you're currently employed, I suggest talking to someone in your HR department to understand how much you would have to pay using Cobra. This program enables you to continue your existing health insurance from your employer for a limited time by paying the entire premium on your own, plus a 2% service charge. Most likely, you will get sticker shock when you see the true cost of your healthcare coverage. However, if you have dependents, an existing medical condition, or suddenly lost your job, Cobra gives you peace of mind to continue with your existing healthcare coverage until you figure out your next step. Healthcare.gov. Your best all-around option for understanding your health insurance options is searching your state's Affordable Care Act, or ACA, Healthcare Insurance Exchange, also referred to as Obamacare. Visit healthcare.gov to get started. Before you search for a plan, I highly recommend checking your state's website to see if you are eligible for discounts and subsidies based on your income. When you're starting your business, every bit of savings helps. Unfortunately, the cost and quality of health insurance coverage varies from state to state, so I can only speak about my experience as a resident of Massachusetts. I've generally opted for the lowest monthly premiums and highest deductibles, known as the bronze plans. My monthly premiums have stayed around $250, but have crept up over the past several years to $310. My current annual deductible is $2,700. The annual enrollment period is generally between November and mid-December, but you can enroll at any time of year if you've had a qualifying life event like losing your job. Family members insurance. There are a variety of scenarios in which you can secure health insurance through a family member, and in some cases as an unrelated domestic partner. Spouse. If you're married and your spouse has a full-time job, explore the cost of adding you onto their plan. Parent. If you're 26 or younger, you're eligible to remain on your parent's health insurance plan. Domestic partner. In some states, counties, or cities, domestic partners are legally recognized as two people cohabitating in the same household and are unmarried with certain legal privileges, such as sharing health insurance benefits. Some employers also recognize domestic partners. Check your local laws and the policies of your domestic partner's employer, if they're open to it, of course, to see if your domestic partnership may help you get health insurance. Health insurance brokers. If you want to explore your health insurance options beyond plans offered by healthcare.gov, you can purchase plans directly from insurance providers through a health insurance broker. You can start searching for a broker in your area using Angie's List, or consider asking the National Association for the Self-Employed for guidance. Business associations. If you are already a member of a business association or are considering joining a membership organization serving the self-employed, you may be able to buy health insurance through them. Here are some member associations that offer health insurance. Freelancers Union, Alliance for Affordable Services, Writers Guild of America, Small Business Service Bureau, and the National Small Business Association. Alternative health insurance options. Hear that in tomorrow's episode. You just listened to part 1 of the post titled How to Get Health Insurance When You Work for Yourself by Stephen Warley of lifeskillsthatmatter.com. You might be thinking when it comes time to hire, if only it were possible to get a list of great candidates the moment you post a job online. Well, it is with Indeed Instant Match. The moment you post a sponsored job, you get quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your sponsored job description. Don't just hope your perfect candidate will find you. Indeed's hiring tools help you cut through the noise to hire faster and smarter. With Instant Match, 90% of employers get quality candidates from Indeed's resume database as soon as they sponsor a job post, according to Indeed data. When hiring gets hard, you need Indeed, the job site that makes hiring incredibly simple. Just attract, interview, and hire. In fact, with Indeed, you can do all of your hiring in one place, even interviewing. Join more than 3 million businesses worldwide that use Indeed to hire great talent fast. Get started right now with a $75 sponsored job credit to upgrade your job post at Indeed.com/startup. Get a $75 credit at Indeed.com/startup. That's Indeed.com/startup. Offer valid through September 30th. Terms and conditions apply. And if you're already self-employed, like my wife and I are, this is certainly a post that you can relate to. It is complicated, it can be expensive, it can be frustrating, and most of all, it can take a lot of time and effort to get all the health insurance stuff straightened out when you are self-employed. As for Stephen, let me tell you a little bit about him. He started Life Skills That Matter in 2016 to show you how work is changing as you know it and how you can change work to your advantage. He's been working for himself since getting laid off on Election Day in 2000. He's obsessed with researching and experimenting with alternative ways of working, and he now makes enough money doing this to live the life he wants without losing his mind from overworking. He's also got a podcast where he's interviewed over 500 people who have made the transformation to self-employment. That is called Life Skills That Matter Podcast, and you can also find that on his site, which again is lifeskillsthatmatter.com. But that does it for today here on Optimal Startup Daily. I hope you are having a great weekend so far. Thanks for spending part of it with me. And I'll see you back here tomorrow where we're going to finish up this post from Stephen and where your optimal life awaits.